Hello everyone and welcome to my channel and my first ever English video. In this video I would like to talk to you about using an assault vest during hiking, camping and trekking, for those kinds of purposes. And I wanted to make this video because I find it very interesting that no one uses this kind of vest for these purposes, and to be honest, I find it very useful. And in this video I would like to tell you the advantages and the disadvantages of that. This as you can see, this is an assault vest, a military assault vest, and you can buy it from military surplus stores, etc. And this one even has compartments for ballistic plates, for bulletproof plates, but obviously I don't use it with bulletproof plate. And this is the back side and this is the front side. Before this vest, I was using this regular trekking hiking vest, and although it has many pockets and it's also very useful, it had some disadvantages. Like this is a, let me adjust the camera here. Okay, as you can see, this is a it looks like a regular vest, has many pockets and they are useful, they are good, and it's not insulated, but it keeps you from wind and elements, so it's also useful in that regard too. But as you can see, it comes down to my waist, so when I use it with a rucksack like this, and these rucksacks have their belts for distributing the weight and transferring it to the legs. When I use it with these bags, the belt is around here, so and as you can see, the vest has pockets here, and they are the biggest ones. And when I tighten this up, it also tightens the pockets and everything in it too. So it becomes uncomfortable and also harms and even destroys my equipment too. So it's in this regard, it's not very useful. When I first bought this assault vest, the general idea is that these vests don't come down to your waist. Let me just show you. As you can see, it comes down like around my belly, and it doesn't go down to my waist. So when I use it with my rucksack, as you can see, I can use the belt of the rucksack just under it, and it doesn't intrude with anything, so I can still use its pockets and I can still take advantage of the belt, and no equipment in my vest is being harmed or squeezed or crashed or anything. So in this regard, it's very useful. And as you can imagine, I have so many things in these pockets. Like in this one, I have basic first aid equipment, and in this one, I have ropes for collecting wood or anything like that, and also a pepper spray for repelling wild animals. Everyone knows that you should use a bear spray for it, but for some reason we cannot find bear spray in my country, but you can buy these ones even from a corner store right next to wine shelf, so it's more accessible and easier to find easier to get in my country. And I have, like, since this vest has straps, I can just, hang my most used stuff into the straps, onto the straps. And let's say I have a roll of duct tape here. I have my watch strapped on it, and don't worry, I will not just go over every little thing in the vest. But as you can see, I also have a fire steel and a spare flashlight. I use this one for, this one has a very homogeneous light and homogeneous beam, and it spreads into a wider area, but this one has a more focused light, so I can see further away. So I use this one for those purposes. And it's also a spare. As you can see, I have my hunting knife here, and in this one I have spare lighters and a couple of super glue. You can close wounds with super glue, so I used it. And I also have a headlamp here. Anyway, so as you can see, I have so many equipment in here, and I can easily access them. When you store these items in your backpack, it becomes very hard and it becomes very confusing to organize the backpack. I mean, almost all the backpacks have their little pockets and organizer stuff in it, but since these are very little things and you will probably have to access them so frequently, it becomes a burden. It becomes hard and impractical to store them in your backpack. And imagine a scenario like this. You are walking, okay? You have done all your straps, chest strap, belt, everything like that. And all of a sudden you have noticed that it's getting dark and you will need your headlamp, let's say in half an hour or 20 or minutes or something like that. And okay, it becomes like this. You start unstrapping yourself, okay? Then you start undoing the belt, and then you undo the shoulder straps, put your rucksack onto the ground and start looking for the headlamp. Considering that if you remember exactly where you have put it. Another thing is, when you put this many stuff in this vest, it becomes wobbly and dangly. It becomes uncomfortable, and it doesn't, feel rigid. But with this, everything is rigid and everything is in its place, so you can comfortably go on with your business, do your hiking, chopping wood, anything else. So it doesn't get in your way when you are doing this. And another thing is, when you have a vest like this, every essential thing is on your person. Let's say you are separated from your bag for some reason, or you are away from your main camp or something like that. You can imagine many scenarios in nature that you will somehow be separated from your bag, or you may even lose it. But with this vest and with the equipment in it, even if I lose my bag completely, I still have a chance of survival. I still use this one for, let's say, picnics or something like that. But even for daily walks, I feel more comfortable and safer in this one. Except for making your equipment more accessible and more organized, it also helps you to pack up quicker. Thank you for watching. I hope you liked it. See you later in other videos. Hello again, guys. Since we went out for a hiking trip on one of the mountains surrounding the city before I have done editing the video, I thought it would be a nice bonus to show you the general view of the city and the scenic view, you know. And I also wanted to show you how this assault vest looks when I'm using it, you know, in a real bushcrafting or hiking scenario. So this is how it looks, and this backpack doesn't have a waist belt, but as you can see there is a chest strap here, and it still doesn't interfere with the chest strap, and it doesn't interfere with anything, and I can still access everything I have. We are approximately 1 kilometer away from the top of the mountain. I will show you a better and more general view of the city. Right now we will continue climbing, and I will show you when we are there. That's the peak we are trying to reach, and we are still going on. Right now we are at the top of the peak, and behind me you can see this fire station, or I don't know, fire watch station or weather station thingy. It looks abandoned, but it's probably not, because there are solar panels right there. And this was the view I wanted to show you. As you can see, this is the Gulf of Izmir, and it stretches all the way there, and this is the mouth of the Gulf, and these are the outskirts of the city, and everything you see around it is the city of Izmir, the fourth or fifth largest city in Turkey, or of Turkey, depending on who you ask. These parts, I don't know if you can see, but those parts are the residential commercial districts, and these are the central parts of the city. And hope you can see it. And I don't know again if you can see, but there is a dot over there, and it's another fire watch station. We came from the ridge behind that, so we will go all the way back there. We have a long way. I think it's around 10 kilometers by walk, and this is the way we used, this is the path we used to climb up here. And you can see the forests and mountains surrounding the city. Hope you like this video. Since we went on a hiking trip, before I am done with editing the video, I thought it would be a nice bonus to show you this view. I hope you liked it. So hope to see you in other videos. Goodbye.